This is the story of a young man who used to work for his boss. His parents were not in this world and his life was going on a lot of troubles. He used to go for work, earn money every day, come back home and cook food. It was all about his life. One day he made four chapatis and vegetables for his dinner. After preparing food, he went to wash his hands. But when he came back, he saw that only three chapatis left in the plate. He became very surprised that where a chapati disappeared by itself. This kept happening to him for 2 3 days. One day, he hid in a corner silently and observed that what was really happening. Then he saw that a mouse used to take a chapatis every day. The boy caught the mouse and said, "Why are you stealing my chapati? Even my life is going through a lot of trouble and you are making it more difficult." Then the mouse said, "It's my portion that I am taking. If you are running through difficulties, then go to Gautam Buddha and ask him about your solution." Hearing this, the man thought, "It will be good to meet Gautam Buddha. Only he can give me the solution of my problems." Thinking so, the young man decided to meet Gautam Buddha. The next day, he started his journey to Buddha's ashram. The road was so long, rough, and he had to go through the forest and deserts. So it became night on the way. He could not see the road clearly in the dark, so he decided to take a rest for that night. He saw that there was a building nearby. He went there and asked for help. The building owner asked him about his journey. The boy said that I am going to meet Gautam Buddha, but it became night by walking all day, so I want to take a rest for tonight at your home. The owner said, "Of course, you can stay here for tonight, but if you are going to meet Gautam Buddha, then please ask him a question. That we have a grown up girl of 20 years, but she hasn't spoken a single word since her birth. She can't speak, so please ask him that when my daughter will speak." The young man said, "Okay, I will definitely ask your question to Buddha." Then he took a rest for that night and again started his journey in the next morning. The road was so long, so he faced many difficulties on the way. After traveling some miles, he faced a tall mountain. He could not understand that how to cross the mountain. Then he saw an old man was sitting there and doing meditation. The young man asked him for help, but the old man asked him about his journey again. The boy said that I am going to meet Gautam Buddha, but how can I cross this tall mountain? Then the old man said, "I am a magician. I can cross you the mountain easily, but you have to do something for me. If you are going to Buddha, then please ask him that I have been doing penance here for 100 years to go to heaven. Please ask him that when I will go to heaven." After hearing the magician's question, the boy said, "Okay, I will bring your answer to you." Then the magician turned the stick and made the man cross the mountain. After crossing the mountain, the young man came to a plain area. There he faced a big river on his way that he had to cross. The boy became very harassed, facing a lot of difficulties on his way. The river was so deep and wide, so he could not understand that how to cross the river. The boy became very sad because he had no another option to cross the river. Suddenly, he saw that there was a huge tortoise was sleeping on the bank of the river. The boy asked him for help, saying that I am going to meet Gautam Buddha, but I can't cross the river because I don't know swimming. So can you please help me to cross the river? The tortoise said, "Yes, I can make you to cross the river, but you have to do something for me. If you are going to Buddha, then please ask him that I have been trying to become a dragon bird, but I don't understand that when I will become a dragon." Then the boy said, "Okay, I will ask you a question. Then the tortoise sat the young man on its back and crossed the river. After facing all the obstacles, the young man reached at Buddha's ashram. It was Buddha's teaching time, so Buddha was teaching to his disciples. After finishing the speech, Buddha said, "Now, if you have any questions, then you can ask to me. But remember, only you can ask 3 questions, not more than that." Now the young man had another problem. He could not decide that whose question he should ask and whose question he should drop. The boy started thinking. First of all, he thought about the owner, whose daughter could not speak since years. Then he thought about the magician who had been doing penance for hundreds of years. Then thought about the tortoise. After them, the boy thought about himself and realized that their problems are more difficult than me. At least I am working somewhere and earning my living. If I will do a little bit more hard work, then I can change my life. Thinking so, he decided to help them to change their lives. So he asked the question to Gautam Buddha. After hearing the questions, Gautam Buddha first answered about the owner's daughter and said, when their daughter will get married, she will start speaking. Then answered about the magician, that if he gives his magic stick to someone else, then he will go to heaven. And finally, Buddha answered to the tortoise questions and said that when the tortoise will leave his shell, he will become a dragon bird. After getting their answers, the young man returned home. First he met the tortoise on his way and said him that when he will take off his shield, he will become a dragon bird. Hearing the answer, the tortoise took off his shield at once and became a dragon bird. But there were so many pearls in his shield, and the tortoise gifted those to the young man and flew away. The young man took those pearls and returned home. On his way, he met with the magician and told him that if he gives away his magic stick to someone else, then he can go to heaven. Hearing this, the magician gave his magic stick to the young man and he went to heaven. The young man took the magic stick and returned. On his way, finally he met with the owner and told him to give marriage to his daughter and then she can speak only. Hearing this, the owner said, "You are the perfect man to whom I can give marriage to my daughter." Saying this, he gave marriage to his daughter with the young man and the girl started speaking. After seeing all this, the boy became very happy because he had money, he had power, and he had a beautiful wife too. The boy thanked to the God for his blessings and returned home happily. Dear friends, this story tells us that when we help others, we get more in return because our karma is like a tree which gives more fruits in future. So never hesitate to help others because the Almighty God watches everything. My dear friends, I hope you must like these stories. If you like this, then share this story to your friends and do a like. And if you want to listen such type of more interesting stories, then you can subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Have a good day.